Hello guys, this is INFRINGING. I'm gonna be showing you my new Enderman rig, and let's get started. So, here's a little presentation I'm making. It should be out sometime soon, but yeah, so this is how it looks in the renders. And yeah, you have to download separately, the skins and stuff, but you should be able to get it on like Minecraft skins and stuff, so don't worry about that. Keep in mind you can skip ahead in the video parts will be in the description, and there'll be a skip icon on the bottom left of your screen. If you click on that, you'll go to the next section of the video, and on the right side you should see the title of the section. Okay, so down in the description there should be a link and you should be directed to this page. You can download my rig here. I'll be making more rigs. The complicated rigs like Enderman and Creeper should be a little higher price. They do take a while. So once you're done downloading the file, you should get a file like this. And now we need to install it. So we go into our applications folder, Max on, I don't know how it goes for Windows, but whatever, app data and whatever. But yeah, then library, browser, and then drag this in here. Okay, so once it's done installing, you go to into content browser, presets, and then Enderman on a switch. So it should be right there. It should be locked for you. Since I'm the creator, it's not locked for me. And yeah, so let's have a look. So we got the different tiers as usual: Ultimate, Animate, Skeleton, Skeleton HQ, and Skeleton. So these two are used for animating and then copying and pasting those keyframes onto these high quality meshes. And yeah, then we got our extras. Keep in mind I'm going to be updating rigs if there are issues or if there's something I need to add, and please suggest if you want anything added. Okay, so let's demonstrate the rig's capabilities using the ultimate rig. So we got smart move enabled. Keep in mind everything can be customized just like in my template rig. So yeah, whatever you see here, just stay tuned. So I'm going to just demonstrate the key features. So we got the smart move on by default now. We got the same body really, and yeah, same body. Head, got shoulders. I got a nice better FFD controller here, so it's a lot less lag when we're using the rig. Got the wrist, got the legs here, got nice feet. The feet are improved, and then we got all that head, and then we got the head. So I love the head. Got this controller here. You can edit the IK dynamics for this, and we got this one for extra control here. So you saw in the presentation how I used it, and yeah, those are key features there. Okay, next we have the facial features. So it's got the same look as the template. Eyes kind of adapt and everything. Then we got blinking. We got looking sad and happy. We got pupil size, and we got this extra thing here. And yeah, and then we got the manual control as well. Slightly improved here. You can like rotate it and stuff. Okay, so next we have the customization. So we gotta name the rig first. So we can name it whatever. I'm just gonna leave it Enderman. So what that does is it changes the layer names as well. So it's really handy to just change the name and everything will be organized properly. Then we got user data size. So if you want to scale that. Oh. And then we got eye color. Changing that. Then we got this extra thing here. Then we have positioning the eyes and scaling it, and then on the Y, and yeah. And pupil type, just to like extra control, and sparkle, luminance. So this will awning luminance will make it so that the eyes glow, and turning off will make it go off. Then we got the double pupils or normal ones. Then we got the different textures for the eyes, so you can make them like that, or yeah, whatever you like. Then we got pupil size, length, so double, and you can do stuff like that, and pupil depth. Okay, so next we got the body kinematics. So first of all, the head aim. So as you can see, the head kind of tilts towards the chest. So this is kind of an additional feature added. And then you can just turn it off and it'll give us a little more control, but we might need to animate a little more to kind of adjust like that. And yeah, so that's there. Turn them on. So these three features here don't work with Smart Move, so you need to turn off Smart Move and then these three features will work. It's the same as in the template. Then we got 90 degrees and leg 90 degrees, so it just bends 90 degrees and doesn't go more. Then we got limb deformers, which is this one right here. Just turn them off. I'm going to turn them off. I don't really use them. Then we got show pole. So the poles are now there. And we got a new feature, gold weight. Gold weight. So as you can see, the gold kind of sticks onto the arm quite well. And then if we turn them off, it's like the default one that we always used to have. So I'm going to use the gold weight one, and then we got the kinematics changing FK and IK. Okay, next we got the mesh options. So this is the same thing as in our template rig. So we got the deformers here, and you can size the rig if you want a baby Enderman or if you want an adult Enderman. This does not have the deformation presets because those took a very long time, and I think that could add some lag, so I didn't do it. So we can also manually do this sizing, and then we got the deformers here. So we can add stuff like this, or we can like switch it around. So we can like give him a big jar. Let me just show you what you can do here. Big jaw, and kind of bulge him in. Then we got the body here. What did I do? Right. Oh yeah, and then I flipped it. Kind of give him like a big base here, big thing, and then sized him up like that. And then made this really big, and then this really big, and then kind of got this bulky dude. Yeah. Okay, now we have the animate tab here. So this is what we'll use after we customize and everything, and we don't really need to customize anymore, so once we're animating. And yeah, so let's go through all the features. So we got customization, we can turn that off, and then the other controllers, teleport effect. So once we'll be adding teleport effects here, and we kind of use this this slider to animate the sizing, and it's kind of easy to use that. And then we got the eyes, if you want to see them in the viewport. So we need to add the renderer here, and then we can see the eyes glowing. So we can off them in the editor, and in the render it will work. Lens effect if you don't want it. Okay, next is C motion. So let's make a quick spline. We've all gone through this process, right? On my rig. Now for C motion. Alright, grabbing the spline, walk, and he starts walking. It's that easy. Normally I set at 30 frames for the walk and stuff, and everything's movable. Got that smart move, and it's just really fun to animate when you have this, like this presentation video I was making. So this is all this just C motion cycle, and whoa, there's a thing there. And yeah, it's really cool. And then here's the run cycle, really cool too. And the final thing is Smart Move, which is on by default. We can always change the amount, or we can turn off just certain ones so that the arm is normal. And the legs actually move now. And yeah, I can change the amount over here. Thing that I always forget to show off is the visual selector. We got the body, so we can select whatever you like. So that's the head, and we can, if you want, double click it and then select each point, and yeah, it'll give you the correct thing, like say if we select the ankle, it will give you to rotate. If you select the head, rotate, and if you select the arm, it's to move. And then we got the head, manual controls, like so, and yeah. Okay, so next we got the search options. So if we click here, we get a search option, and we can type something like C dot, which gives us all the controllers, every single one, like manual controllers and the user data over here. If we type C dot B dot, we get the body controls. So this is what we would kind of use. So like C dot we would kind of use for copying and pasting everything. So I'm going to show you that later in the video. Anyway, so C dot B dot shows all the body controllers. This is what I use to animate. I don't use the visual selector really. I just click like that, or I just click in the viewport and stuff. Then I can type E dot to get those extra ones over here. And yeah. So the next thing is the extras folder. So we got the particles. Let's just go through that. So I would recommend you fill out the espresso tag. So what that would do is it will transfer the data into these this user data over here. If you don't want to, you can always use the user data here. But I would recommend it because then it'll also transfer the layers, and it'll get rid of this, and it'll lock the layers as well. So it's kind of useful. So I would do it if I'm adding the particles. It does not take long at all. So just undo this and then add this one, and then or layer that's locked over here. And yeah, then we drag this into there's a to-do icon here. Just click on it and you should see what you need to add this to. So parent this to the c.b.main. User data, oh, spell that wrong, will appear on top of the head. Fill espresso if you want to add layers. So let's grab this into where it told me to, and now it should be working. That's it, and the particles are running. So if we see now the layers are added and we can't select the particles, and let's have a look at the user data now. So it's transferred here. So there's the start, then the duration, and then we have show objects, and if you want to see the emitter instead, or just the objects, if you want to disable the wind, and we got the birth rate. And oh, that's a little too much. Oh god. Alright, there we go. And yeah, that's it. Okay, so the next thing is the teleport effect over here. So we got, let me just show you how it looks. So this took me forever. This should be on sale itself because I needed to design the textures and everything, and it took a very long time, but it was fun. Anyway, so we got the user data here. We can set the beginning and the end. So if you want the beginning to go at 100 frames, you set it at 100 frames, and then the beginning will go over here, and then the end will go, let's say, at 150. So it teleports at 100, and then comes back at 150. So if you don't want to see the particles, you can always turn it off. And yeah, because particles always add lag. These particles are all animated, so yeah. So now let's just quickly, I'll show you how to use the this tool here. So at 110, let's just add keyframe, and then just do this. Let's do that, and then all right, and then at here, let's just come back. All right, now we'll just move this guy over here, and he's here, and there we go. That's how we do it. All right, next we got the quick render. So just double click the quick render settings and the quick render, and then we should get the settings over here all set up, ready to go, and then we got the scene, and now we can render, and it's already good to go. And all we need to do is add the save point, and it's good to render. So we got two settings on the render. One is with the light, so it'll add a shadow. Might add a little bit more time, but that's about it. And then we got the render background. So what we do is if we turn this off, so the background kind of disappears, and we can add this to a PNG alpha channel, and then yeah, add it to the desktop or something. And what we can use this for is for Photoshop, and it'll automatically kind of key out the rig. And I use this a lot, and I thought this was a cool feature to add to the thing. Plus, kind of changes the compositing of it, because there are some issues with the alpha channel and stuff. But yeah, so it made it easy. And yeah, that's about it for the quick render. Okay, next I'm going to show you how to extrude the ultimate mesh. You can even do it on the animate mesh if you like. So let's disable the layers here. Then we get our portion we want to extrude. You can extrude anything and it will just wait automatically. Then hit MT to get the extrude tool. And then we go to maximum angle and change it to 91 degrees. So this will kind of set it so that it'll extrude properly. And yeah, so that's how you extrude it. Now let me show you how to subdivide it correctly. So as you can see now, it extruded and it's all weighted properly. So let's now add the subdivides, and it should mess up a little, but we can fix that. Let's select that arm correctly here. Arm right, left, arm right. So as you can see, it kind of smooths out. Now we need to add the correct amount of subdivides here. So we go to the knife tool, go to loop, and select the areas we want to subdivide. So normally you'll get the hang of this through practice. It did take me a while to kind of understand this fully, and then kind of yeah. So either you use like precision like this, and hit. So what you do is you hit shift, hit shift while you're hitting here, and then hit shift, and then change this over here to like 6.25 and hit, and then click, and then it'll add the subdivide. Or you just kind of eyeball it, which is what I do. And so you want to kind of add them around like this. Just follow what I'm doing, and then it will kind of smoothen out your rig to the way you like it. Keep in mind this does add a lot of lag, not depending on your computer, of course. You can see the textures kind of deform, so of course you can just add another subdivide where the textures are just deforming a little too much. So let me try and find something I can demonstrate it. Yeah, over here you can see the texture deforming. You just add a subdivide underneath, and same there and there too. And yeah, so we do that for the entire mesh, and then as you can see, it looks better. Okay, so next we can extrude. Okay, I'm proud to say we can extrude the head. Normally that's it's kind of hard to get that because of texture errors and all that stuff. So we can extrude the head, and same procedure with the knife tool. We add the subdivides, and then it should work fine with the yeah, and that's about it. You can extrude the jaw as well, and it should work fine. Okay, next I want to show you how to add objects, like say a blood clot or some sort of damage, or a pocket, say or a shirt thing, I don't know, whatever. So I'm going to show you how to add different stuff to the rig. So it's very simple. Let's actually enable the layers, disable them, place them into where they need to be. So this is the arm right, so I just drag it into the arm right, and it should already be working. But if I move this down, like say to the elbow area, it's probably not gonna work. So now let me just color this card right now. Okay, it's white. So now if we drag it in here, it should fix the problem. So it's very easy to add objects like that. Same for the body. So if you want to put this on the body, Just put it there and then drag this in here underneath the body thing, and yeah, it's working. Same for the head, and yeah, it's that easy. Okay, next I want to show you what each tier is meant for. So we got the ultimate tier over here. This one is what you would use for the final render. So you can copy and paste the keyframes of one of these two rigs onto this one. So what you would do is, like, you would add a lot of detail to, say, like the skin or the mesh. You can extrude the mesh and stuff, and it'll and add a lot of detail, and then finally copy and paste the rig in, and yeah, that's what this is meant for. And then as you can see, it's subdivided as well, so it's a little more laggy compared to the other ones, but it is actually very well optimized, runs at a very good FPS. And yes, so the next one is the animate one, and this one it does not have the subdivides. So let me show you. It does not have those edge subdivides, so it's completely flat rig. You can obviously edit it and add the subdivides. It won't affect the rig. And then the jaw and the head is not extruded. So in the ultimate it is extruded, and that adds quite a bit of lag. Not really, but whatever. And then we get the skeleton HQ. So we got the same head as the skeleton, as the animate rig, same one, except the body has no subdivides. It's just one subdivide, actually two subdivides, and it kind of still works well. You can use it if you like in the final render. So what you would do is you would animate with skeleton over here, and then copy and paste the keyframes onto this one, and then animate the facial features, and then finally copy and paste the facial features onto this one, or the ultimate. So it'll be clear a little later in the video. I will show you it. So then we got the lowest tier, which is the skeleton tier, which has the low poly head, but the body is the same as the skeleton HQ. So let me show you that real quick. It's just a couple of subdivides because we got like that edge here. And yeah, that's all the tiers. Okay, next is copying and pasting keyframes into the different tiers of the rig. So what this will allow you to do is to increase frame rates in your scene and optimize the scene very well. And yeah, so let's copy and paste the keyframes onto the lower tier. So this can be done in reverse as well, so you can copy and paste it into higher versions of the rig. It will go anywhere really. So let's copy all the moving components. So this is everything, the user data, the manual facial controls and everything. So we type C dot, so we click the search button here, and then we type C dot, we select everything here, and then we click copy. We click and drag and then copy. If you want, you can delete it, but I'm gonna be using this to show off one more thing. Then we drag in our new one, our skeleton, which is the low res one, and then we just select all the components of that one. So this is the other one, and then we paste it like so, and then that should do it. So if you want, we can now delete this one, and we can see everything's copied and pasted correctly. But as you can see, the mesh deformations have not copied, which is normal. So how we would do that is we would select whatever we've changed. So say we've changed, I have to select the right one, so customization, select that one. So I have these three changed. If you want, you copy it like that, or you keyframe it like that, and then we go into here and find the ones we've changed, and we keyframe it like so, keyframe, and then we copy this keyframe right here, and then we go into the other one and we paste it, and that should do it. Now we can delete that one, and yeah, as you can see, now it's changed into that other form. but since it's lower res, you can't see the curvy bends. And don't worry about that. It's just a line. Alright, and that's how you copy and paste keyframes. So now we can also move this to higher versions of the rig. It's just the same exact procedure, and it'll also send the facial features. So let's do that one more time. So let's do that. As you can see, there's no face on this rig, but it will send the facial features that are moving. So copy and paste to the ultimate rig, and we can see it's working out, and the face is moving, and the eyes and everything's good. And then we can also do and then we can also put the mesh deformers afterwards. Okay guys, thank you for watching. The download's in the description. If you have any questions, leave it down below in the comments, or email me, which is in the description as well. So stay tuned for more rigs. I'm going to be rigging some more cows and stuff, maybe. Those will be cheaper since they don't come with effects or anything complicated really. Keep in mind these effects here took as long as, say, the head or the body of the rig, so they do take a very long time. That's partly why the Enderman rig is kind of expensive, but the cow rig and everything will be a lot cheaper, so don't worry about that. And yeah, so thank you for watching, and see you next time.